look what I have here. I don't have you kids to hold. You know, I love holding all of you guys. Bubba likes that, so Bubba has to have Duke to play with. You like Duke? Wait till you come to see Duke. Duke's getting to be big. He'll be taller than you guys before you know it. You better get a little taller. What do you think about that? Well, Bubba was just going to tell you, you know, when I was little, of course, that must have been a long time ago, right? That was really a long time ago. Yeah, we lived in a little town. I told you that before. We lived in a coal mining town. My grandma and grandpa had a store. And there was like farmers that lived close by. They were not far out, a couple miles out of the little town, out in the hills. And there was the two brothers, and they were farmers. And when they came into our little town to buy food, even though they were farmers, they still had to come into town to buy some food. Well, they came with the horse and wagon. And right in front of my grandma and grandpa's store, there was a big telephone pole. So when they would come into town, they would tie the horse up to that telephone pole. And you know, when your little horses are big, and I was really afraid of the horses. They scared me because they were so big and I was little, and they just would stand there, but you couldn't go near them. They'd look at you, that big head. I was afraid of them. So I never really got used to horses too much because I was a little afraid. But then when I got older, and I had cousins, and they lived up close to New York, and we used to go there in the summertime. And a lot of us used to go. A lot of my cousins would go, and my aunts and uncles, and we would have a good time. Well, the cousin that lived up there, he had a horse, a pony. It wasn't real big. It was a pony that you could ride. So he wanted to take me for a ride. So I went for a ride with him on his pony. And he went really fast on that pony. And I was squeezing him around his stomach, and I was really squeezing him pretty hard because I was afraid, because I was always afraid of horses. I didn't want to go for any more rides, so I didn't go for any more rides on any horses because I was afraid of them. So I hope you're not afraid of them, because horses can be good. They're nice. They get trained just like dogs get trained, but when you're little, you don't understand all that. And, you know, it would be all us cousins that would be playing around and doing things together. So, you know, sometimes when you get a little bit older and you have cousins, they like to tease you, and they like to do things to make you afraid. And then they would hide from you and jump out and scare you. And another thing we did, we slept in the barn. All of us cousins would sleep in the barn at night, in the hay. But it was fun. We had a lot of fun because, you know, you tell funny stories and you laugh, but you're scared too. But those were really good times. I just thought you'd like the one about the horses, because I don't want you to be afraid of horses, because they are good. But Bubba was little and she was just afraid. But I'm not so afraid now. I'll pet the horses now when I know they're safe to pet. So I hope you enjoyed that little bit. You'll have to remember that. Then you can tell it back to me. Is that a deal? All you little ones? You can tell me that story back, that I was afraid of horses, and see if I remember. Okay? I love all of you. Hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy all the books that I'm reading for you. I think that's fun, because I did read them to your mummies and your daddies at one time, your uncles, just so you know. Okay, bye. Love you.